So this is the Psychology Today website where you can go find a therapist. So you just go to psychologytoday.com and it is available in other countries. So you can see these are the countries around the world that have therapists on this website. So you just scroll down to find a therapist, and let's try Boston, which is where I was living until recently, and it's a big city with a lot of therapists. And so I put in Boston, but you can also put your zip code, and it gives you every neighborhood that you might want to have someone nearby if you don't want to travel that far. Maybe you do want to travel far. And then you can scroll down and see which therapists are available. What's great about this website is that you can search by specific issues or insurance or gender. I like that they offer non-binary if that's something that's important to you. Types of therapy. So this is where it can get really confusing. I tend to think that trauma therapy is the best, but I'm biased. If I click on show more types, you can see there's so many types. I really think that attachment-based is a key one. To me, if they're attachment-based or trauma-focused, or they do EMDR, that means that they're pretty up to date on current research in terms of how childhood trauma impacts current adult choices and behavior. But a lot of these have a lot of great, like for example, CBT has a lot of great research behind it and is best used for very specific things. Another one that's very specific is dialectic behavioral therapy, which was developed to treat pretty severe mental illness, such as bipolar or borderline personality disorder. I know for sure it's used to treat borderline. I'm not 100% sure it's used to treat bipolar, but I know it can be for severe emotion dysregulation. And so, if you're curious about some of these, you can just Google them or look them up on Google Scholar and learn more about what the science behind these various modalities is. Some of them are going to have more science behind them than others. So insurance. So, if you have just regular Medicare, like you're low income, many therapists do take Medicare, or they have a sliding scale and you can ask them about it, like if you're really, really low income. Otherwise, if you have a certain type of insurance, you can search by, who takes what. So, I have this really weird specific health insurance called Harvard Pilgrim, so that's even on here. And then you can also search by issues. So maybe you want someone that has experience in your particular issue. If let's say you have an eating disorder, or this is funny, I feel like if you have narcissistic personality disorder, you're not going to know that you have it, but maybe you have a tendency, or you want to talk to someone about someone else's. So this is great. This is all the different types. So what you can do, like let's just pick one, let's say depression. Now it's resorted everyone that can help with depression. And what I typically do is I just look through, and I have used Psychology Today to find therapists, and I just see like who I naturally feel intuitively drawn to. Like, I really feel like I would trust Lori. Like I actually do feel that way. Lori looks chill. And then I'm like, Ryan looks chill too, but he's maybe not the exact person that I'm the most drawn to. Or like in the past, maybe I've been like, I could really use some nice, warm, mothering nurturance. And Shu looks like she is the one that could provide that maybe. And so if I click on someone like Shu here, sometimes... see, she does trauma and PTSD. She could be the one if I still lived in Boston. Sometimes they'll have a link to a website, sometimes not, but you can read a little bit more and just see if you resonate. And she has like the different insurances that she will take, where she went to school. Okay, she went to a theological seminary, so that could be interesting to know that she has more of a spiritual bent. And here you can see that she's gay, lesbian, and bisexual allied. So that, could be important depending on your sexual orientation and types of therapy that she is familiar with. So there's, a lot of different information here. I know it can be overwhelming. Oh, she also speaks Mandarin, so that's great. Lots of stuff here, and it can be really tough to maybe sort through all of it. However, it's nice that there's so much here, and I tend to just kind of go on intuition. Like, I like the way they talk, or the kind look in their eye, or maybe you're looking for someone who's a little more stern looking because you need that in your life, so you would want to pick and maybe reach out to a couple. I always recommend calling the phone number and leaving a voicemail, and typically they kind of know that you really are serious and mean business if you're calling them as opposed to emailing or messaging them through the website. Calling means I picked up the phone, I'm ready. All right.